What's up guys, Ghost here, bringing you some more Battlefield tips. Today we're going to be going over something that's slightly more generic. So we're going to be talking about key bindings on the mouse, on the keyboard, in vehicles, sensitivities, pretty much everything. Now I realise that Battlefield 3 is by no means a new game anymore, and there are plenty of key binding tutorials out there. But for anybody who's new to the game, or maybe you're just a new PC gamer, so maybe you spent most of your time playing consoles and you converted over to PC and you're not really used to playing and with key bindings and all that kind of thing. And I'm just here to lend a helping hand basically. I mean, personally I've been playing on PC since I was 8. I've played a lot of World of Warcraft, a lot of StarCraft 2 where you have like a bazillion key bindings. But not everybody has. And when I found out these new sensitivities to play by and new key bindings for Battlefield, it made a big difference to my play, and it gave me a big advantage. So, I just thought I'd share these with you guys. I got this mainly from a mixture of Rival X Factor's key bindings and settings, and from a guy called Deku Colin, who no longer does Battlefield content anymore, but he used to be quite a big guy in the Battlefield 3 community. So yeah, props to those guys for sort of inventing this setup. So what is the point of key bindings? Essentially, it's to stop you having to take your fingers off of the movement keys. So, you have your gadgets, that's number 3, this is on 4, and when you reach for those keys, you reach for C to crouch, you hit control, etc. You always have to move. If you have to move any of your first 3 fingers off of the movement keys, then that's really impairing your ability to move around and crouch, duck, take cover, etc. Okay, so when it comes to my keyboard, most of the stuff is just default, C is crouch, control is, C is toggle crouch, control is normal crouch, Z is prone, etc. All of my gadgets are just 1 through 4. However, when it comes to the mouse, this is where the difference is. I do a lot of stuff with my scroll wheel. So for example, if I scroll the wheel on my mouse, throws up my medkit, that will be my 3rd gadget. So if I'm playing as engineer, it will bring up my rocket launcher or what have you. And if I want to take up my paddles, it's really nice to be able to go revive someone, and then if I click my middle mouse button, it brings back up my primary weapon. So my middle mouse button, pressing that, cycles between my primary and my secondary. And if I happen to have a gadget out like this, it will bring up my primary weapon. So that's pretty nice, I can be sprinting around, shooting at somebody like that. Oh, somebody dies, revive him, hit the middle mouse button, and you're back straight away. Or say like now I'm completely out of ammo because I've been fucking around. So I'm out of ammo, I'm shooting at someone over there, press the middle mouse button, straight back onto my secondary there. And to me, that is definitely key binding that gave me the biggest advantage. It made a big difference to my play, and I really like it. Apart from that, I have 2 side buttons. Of course, this completely depends on your mouse. For me, I have 2 buttons on the side of my mouse. If I press the one which is closest to my thumb, so the back button, it's toggle crouch. The other one is toggle prone. And this can be really nice, Sometimes hitting that Z button or the C button when you're trying to move around and jump and take cover, and hitting that C button, especially if you're in the middle of a firefight, usually you're zoomed in, you're moving around like this a little bit round the corner, and you just you're not really able to press C to crouch at the same time as carry on moving. So having that button on your mouse is just really nice to be able to crouch down, and it can give you the advantage, can make the difference between you killing the other guy rather than him killing you. As for the prone one, I don't really use that too much. It's not quite as effective as toggle crouching. I mean, toggle crouch, you can always go crouch, come out crouch, run around, crouch, crouch. But prone, it takes a little while to get up and a little while to go down, so it's not really the most useful thing in firefights. But I just have it there anyway, Maybe if I come under sniper fire and I'm just running around here and I want to, throw myself on the ground, it works. Okay, so if we look at sensitivity here, that's what my mouse sensitivity looks like. One thing I definitely learned for Battlefield 3 is that a lower sensitivity is definitely the way to go. I came from a background of playing StarCraft 2 and other, UI controlled games like World of Warcraft and stuff like that. and there I had a very high sensitivity, and I came into Battlefield 3 with the high sensitivity, changed it down much lower, and I've had a lot more results. Now my mouse has several different Dpi settings which controls the sensitivity of the mouse. Personally, I use a setting which is equal to 1600 Dpi. So again, it's going to be, it's going to depend upon your mouse, whether you have these Dpi settings. I mean, I realize a lot of you are just maybe going to be using some Logitech mouse and it doesn't have any sensitivity settings, doesn't have any side buttons or whatever. But if you can get hold of a mouse, maybe next time your mouse breaks, then definitely try and get hold on with Dpi settings because it's great. The third thing is that I disable all mouse acceleration within Windows. There is a fix for that, and I'll put it down in the comments, or not the comments, rather the video description below, so that you guys can check that out. It's a pretty straightforward tutorial. It only takes you 2 minutes to do, and it makes quite a difference. My vehicle sensitivity is just slightly higher, almost double my mouse sensitivity, and that's really just so I can swing the turrets around in the tanks much better. One other key binding, which maybe isn't the most technical key binding, but it makes a big difference, is that E is always enter and exit vehicle, and I'm sure this has probably happened to most of us, where you're in a heli or you're in a jet or something and you get a little bit excited, your adrenaline's pumping, you're shooting at stuff, and then you hit E by accident, and you're like, oh god damn it, I just bailed out of my chopper, or I bailed out of my jet, or whatever. So I change exit vehicle in helicopters and jets to B. So I can enter with E no problem, but I change it to B because it's just so annoying when you accidentally hit E when you have your hand on the WASD keys. There's nothing more annoying than that, so I really recommend doing that. It doesn't have to be B, it can be any key, but I basically just found that was the key that didn't have anything bound to it at the time. So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe. Likes, favourites and comments are always appreciated. And yeah, I hope you find these key bindings useful, they improve your gameplay, and I'll see you soon for another video. Cheers.